shareholders. With respect to the profession, one of the things, because it doesn't look good, you know, obviously the big cases are out there, right? Everyone hears about them, and we talked about the media and everything being an instant news loop, and it happens, you hear about it. You know, something happens, I get updates on my phone from the New York Times about any number of things. You know, so people are constantly plugged into what's happening. And so what the profession is trying to do, obviously, is you know, make auditors aware of the types of situations that could lead to legal problems for them, illegal, you know, so even things such as research and auditing. So the Center for Audit Quality was started after, you know, all of the audit failures. And the Center for Audit Quality consists of representatives from academic community, regulators, members of the profession. So all of the firms are represented. And really what they're doing, one of the things that they've done is to try to spur research and auditing. And there's always been research and auditing, that's what I do. And so they'll come out with call for proposals, research proposals, where they'll say these are some areas that we're interested in learning more about. So they will ask academics to perform research in these areas, and they'll give them funding in some cases and provide them with research support. And so they want to do more of this. So the PCAOB also does this. The PCAOB had a call for academics to look at topics in so many areas, such as professional skepticism, auditor independence, internal controls over financial reporting, audits of fair value estimates, because again, they want to know, well, because these are the areas, for example, where they saw as a part of their inspection reports where auditors were somewhat lacking, like they were comfortable or not happy with the findings. And so they wanted to get more research, so to think about, well, how do we develop standards that might help improve auditors' professional skepticism? You know, what situation causes auditors to exercise more or less professional skepticism? And I know a little bit more about that because I was on that team that worked on that research project. So, you know, they highlight those areas that are really important that we need to know more about. The other things is you know, we've seen standard and rule setting. As I said, the PCAOB has been issuing auditing standards, such as the audit risk assessment standards. You know, establish peer review requirements. In addition to the PCAOB coming in to audit firms, you know, they're encouraging firms to go through their own peer review process. One big thing that they're trying to do is get firms to oppose lawsuits, right? Because that sends, what happens is no, I shouldn't say a lot of times, but sometimes firms will just settle. So basically when they're settling, they're not admitting that they did anything wrong. They're just basically saying, look, you know what, we don't want to spend the time and the resources trying to fight this, so let's just settle. Well, and that sends a message to, you know, plaintiffs, people who, you know, will be willing to, it's like, look, we know that they'll settle, so we're never going to have to get to court and have to prove our point, right? Because the firms will just settle because they don't want to deal with the negative publicity. Right? And so you have more and more like these nuisance suits, and if they're settling, then people are more apt to bring those suits. So the profession is trying to get firms to fight these lawsuits more often than not. And then obviously it's sanctioning members if they you know, violate the professional rules.